However, if you enter a plea at any time in the future, you would be limited to asking the court for permission to appeal. Do you understand all of those rights?
Yes, I do, sir.
Do you have any questions about any of those rights?
No, I do not, sir.
All right. As to an attorney, do you wish to request a court-appointed attorney? Do you want to hire your own, or do you want to represent yourself?
I like a court-appointed, sir.
All right. I will approve that request. The attorney in town that supervises the court-appointed attorneys, his name is Mr. Gilo. He will send information to the jail and to you about which specific attorney is being appointed. But in the meantime, while you're waiting for that attorney to speak with you, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf in order to protect your rights. This is a misdemeanor offense, so I'm also going to set a pretrial conference. That's a chance for your lawyer and the prosecutor to discuss the case and see if they can resolve it quickly. And I'm sure your lawyer will be talking with you about that. All right, do you have any questions about what we've done so far, sir?
No, sir, I do not.
All right, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to ask each of the attorneys for their recommendation as to bond, and then I'm also going to ask you for your recommendation before I set bond. I'm going to start with the prosecutor, Mr. Rolla.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Michael, on behalf of the People's Office, the court should have a copy of a bond recommendation in writing that was filled out by Ms. Brooker from our office. We're requesting a $2,000 10% bond for the reasons set forth on the bond recommendation.
All right. Mr. Brown, do you have any comments?
Your Honor, Mr. Bowers is a local resident. He has ties to this community, his family around the area as well. The criminal history on Mr. Bowers, I believe, is relatively very limited here. And the alleged victim in the matter is his girlfriend. They do share a child in common. He is also going to need a civil standby. I'm not exactly sure of the details of the case here, but he is 30 years old. Given his lack of relative criminal history and his ties to this community, I would ask the court to take all that into consideration when setting a bond in this particular matter.
All right, Mr. Bowers, you also have the right to address me before I set bond. I simply want to caution you about making any statements about the facts of the underlying case, because this is being recorded and it might be used against you later. However, if you have information that you want to provide to me about bond, your employment, your ties to the community, reasons why you would not be a danger to the public or anybody else, I'd be happy to hear those things. So go ahead if you'd like to, sir.
Being able to be with my son means the world to me. I have supported him even with my last paycheck from Home Depot. After I broke my toe, I only have $75 in my account, and I'm not sure if anyone will bond me out. I hope someone would, but I have limited funds, and I will not be a danger to the community, and I will follow every single guideline that you guys put down. I will be leaving Gaylord to go to Petoskey, which is far enough away from my family too, so that way I could get a job there and stay at a shelter there, possibly. And I will be a great, member of society. And you will not have to see me again until you call me forth once more. And I will surely show myself right away. I have a house here in Gaylord and everything. I just want to get home to my family one day soon.
Right. Other than the alleged victim of this case and your son, do you have any other family members or close friends in the Gaylord community?
My mother lives here currently, but she's going to be leaving shortly. So sadly, I will be losing most of my little community here. I would greatly appreciate if I could one day move with my family, with my baby mama and my baby. That's my goals one day, but that would be up to her at the end of the day. I will get a job immediately once I'm in Petoskey. I'm not sure if Walmart is still hiring. Every time I go on Indeed, I try to go and apply for Walmart in Petoskey, and I find out it's in Petoskey, and I'm like, oh, well, I can't make it there. I also don't have a car or license. So, like, you know, if I go to Petoskey, that's where I'm at, guys. I promise.
All right. Mr. Brown, the defense attorney mentioned he didn't believe that you had a criminal record. Do you have anything in your background like that?
I might have like, you know, MIPs from way back when, stuff like that. And then there might be an obstruction of justice charge when I was 18. And then there's some things that were stricken from court records.
Anything in the last 3 or 4 years?
No, sir. No, sir. I've been a good lad, that's for sure.
All right. The prosecution has requested a $2,000 10% bond, which means that you'd have to post $200 to get out. Are you going to be able to do that?
At the moment, I cannot do that, sir. I had $400, but I spent $325 of it at the house before I broke my toe from Home Depot. So I got 75 left.
You borrowed $25 from your mom to make it to 100?
I can most definitely do that. I really hope so. I mean, if not, we're all going to be laughing a little bit, right?
All right. I'm going to set the bond at $1,000 cash surety or 10%. That means you'll have to post $100 to get out. You'll owe me $1,000 if you break any of the conditions of bond. Those conditions include personally appearing for any scheduled court date, abiding by any judgment of the court, not leaving the state of Michigan without permission of the court, not committing any crime while released, immediately notifying the court in writing of any change of address or telephone number, not using alcohol or illegal controlled substances while released, not purchasing or possessing a firearm or other dangerous weapon, not harassing or intimidating, beating, molesting, wounding, stalking, or threatening or engaging in any other conduct that would place a person with whom you have a domestic relationship in reasonable fear of bodily injury. That would include you may not assault, harass, intimidate, beat, molest, wound, or threaten. You also may not have any contact with her, direct or indirect. That means personally, that means by other persons, that means by telephone, that means by any other communication device, computer, social media. Doesn't matter how it's done. If the two of you have contact, even if she wants it, you get in trouble. You understand all of that?
Yeah.
All right. Can't be within 50 feet of her residence or her place of employment. Do you have any questions about any of those bond conditions?
Yes, I'm not allowed to purchase or possess a firearm. I currently am in ownership of a firearm. Do I need to relinquish it to the courts?
You do not need to relinquish it to the court as long as you're not currently in possession of it. So if it's in a place that's safe and appropriate, it can stay there. And as long as you're not in possession of it, you would not be violating the court's order. You may not purchase another one, but I have not prevented you from owning a firearm, merely purchasing or possessing. You understand?
Thank you so much. Yes, I do. Thank you.
All right. I appreciate the question, though. That's good. That's for you to do that. All right. That'll be the order of the court. That paperwork will get to the jail as quickly as we can get it there. And once you're able to post your bond, you'll be able to be released, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. You guys have a great one. Unless you need me still.
All right. You're free to go, sir, with the jailer back to your cell until that can be processed. And then if we could have Thomas Campbell next, please, from the jail.
Yes, sir.